So I want to do this video as an advice to the governor of Kisii, Honorable Paul Simba Arati. As a national figure, it's not in my interest to meddle in local politics, but I've been monitoring the management of Kisii County, and I feel that I should give the governor some advice, so that before even I criticize, I could have participated in trying to provide a solution to the problem that is there. So now, Your Excellency the Governor, you started very well. And I want to agree with you on how you began to fix Kisii County just immediately after your election. In fact, I was so happy with what you were doing at that time, because I was so convinced that this is actually what all governors who want to fix their counties should do. Because one of the first things you did an audit of the payroll. So you invited the, I think it's Institute of Human Resource, and you audited the payroll to establish how many fake workers are being paid salaries, yet they don't work in the county. And I remember hata ukiita watu headcount pale Kisii Stadium. That was impressive, absolutely amazing. Because one of the biggest problems that is in counties is recurrent expenditure. You find a county receiving 10 billion and 68% or 70% of that money goes to recurrent expenditure. You know, travel, expenses, per diem, salaries, emoluments, gratuities. You find all of it is going to recurrent expenditure. So if you have 10 billion and 7 billion goes to recurrent expenditure, it means you're only left with 30%, which is 3 billion for development. And Kisii County has 45 wards, 9 constituencies. Yeah? How do you do development with only 3 billion? So it becomes a problem in terms of development expenditure. Then now these 3 billion that you're left with, now I'm working with 10 billion as an example. This 3 billion that you're left with for development, you find that you have pending bills. So first again, let me congratulate you for what you did with the issue of pending bills. So I remember you created a committee. I remember it was led by some engineer. I was following very keenly. And that committee, you gave it the work of auditing all county projects where contractors claim that they are owed money. And you found out that some pending bills were not eligible for payment. Now, Your Excellency the Governor, Simba Arati, many people may not understand you and what you are going through. But I understand you, and that is why I want to advise you. This Institute of Human Resource, when you found the fake workers in the payroll, what happened? Why were you unable to remove them? I know there were some errors with the list because of, I don't know, the use of campus students to do the audit, so there was a lot of errors. Why didn't you just rectify the errors but flush out the people who are in the payroll illegally? Have you made an announcement how much Kisii County has saved in terms of recurrent expenditure by removing fake workers from the payroll? For example, are you able to tell the people of Kisii County that due to my efforts, we've been able to save 1 billion every year or 2 billion every year, which was going to fake workers? Now, number two, this committee that you created for reviewing pending bills, these pending bills, some of them you found that they were for projects that were not supposed to be paid. So, you know, stalled projects, incomplete projects, projects where there was no award of tender, projects, you know, kangaroo projects. What happened with paying them? I'll tell you what happened, because you are not going to tell the people of Kisii the truth, but I'll say the truth for you. One of the things that happened is that the contractors in Kisii County who were owed money, which Simba Arati you did not want to pay, some of them went to MPs, they went to the senator, they went to women rep, they went to MCAs. Mimi ni contractor, Kisii County na ni owe pesa fulani. Naenda kwa mbunge wa one of the constituencies, namwambia Kisii County owes me 200 million. Nifuatilie hiyo pesa, nikiipata nitakupea 50 million ama nitakupea 20 million. So wabunge wakaanza kukupiga na ma-MCAs wako. They started fighting you because contractors wameenda kwao. Now they are using political pressure to make sure that they are paid for something that they did not do. Now there is very one bad thing about the seat of a governor. Unaonanga mimi online watu wanasemanga ni run for governor Nyamira, unasikia na nyamaza. Why do I keep quiet? Because of these corrupt MCAs. MCAs, governor is a career killer. It is the seat that will kill your career fastest than any other seat. So some of these MCAs, they are actually the reason why a governor must be corrupt. Because if you don't feed them, they feed on you. When the MCAs have nothing to eat, they eat the governor. So then you ran to William Ruto for refuge because of what Osoro was doing. And you also went to Raila also for refuge. Now whenever you go to Ruto for refuge or Raila or both, that is money. Ruto does not offer you protection for free. Ruto offers you protection in exchange for money. Raila offers you protection in exchange for money. Ukienda kwa Raila useme, mheshimiwa, ma MCAs watanimaliza, nisaidie. Uendangi bure, unaenda na pesa. So some of these big leaders that we have in our country, they are the reason why we still have corruption. Because they demand money from governors. So now Simba Arati is caught between a rock and a hard place. Of course, it's not all MCAs that are corrupt. I know of a few MCAs who are really good and who wish well for the people of Kisii and for the people of their ward. I will not mention them kwa sababu saa zingine mgema akisifiwa tembo litia maji. So we have a few good MCAs. But the majority are very corrupt and they want to be rich. Some of them even want enough money so that they can run for MP. Then we also have some corrupt MPs. Not all of them. I know a few who are really good, who are my friends. Pia sitaki kuwasifu ili watie tembo maji. But we have good MPs. But out of those 9 MPs, 5 of them are very corrupt. Out of the 9 MPs for Kisii County, 5 of them are extremely corrupt. Only 4 are, if they are corrupt ni ile kidogo tu, yani hawana tamaa ile mbaya kama hao wengine. So now mheshimiwa, what advice can I give you? This is the advice I can give you, Honorable Simba Arati. Corruption is bad because you are a governor, you want to work for the people, but you have to feed MCAs. These MCAs, you're not going to feed them from your pocket. You have to feed them from county funds. You are a governor. You can see this is a pending bill for a fake project that you should not pay. But the MPs, wanakupiga huko kwa matanga, wanasema anatuonea singe nchuntuna hapa Nyalibali, anatuonea kwa sababu sisi ni hapa Getutu, anatuonea kwa sababu sisi ni hapa Machoge, anatuonea kwa sababu sisi ni hapa Girango, yeye wacha waongee na hapa basi. The same old shit that we have in our whole country where, when somebody steals, they say, wanatuonea sisi wa Kikuyu. That same tribalism has been transferred to Kisii County. It's now clanism. So, lastly, mheshimiwa, mambo ya uguni iwezi work Kisii County. I know you cannot do Nairobi politics bila kuwa na goons. That's guaranteed. Hakuna vile ungekuwa mbunge Dagoretti North without goons and without violence. But that politics cannot work in the village. You can win an election, but you cannot lead people with the violence. So I understand the circumstances, but unajua, kwa village, kama Kisii, Kisii is a town, yes, but Kisii County, 90% is village. Ukipiga mtoto, mwenye umepata Kisii County ati juu alikutusi, that boy or that girl has relatives, so utapata umeoffend the family. He has a clan, utapata umeoffend the clan. So utapata umeoffend watu kama 2000 just because your goons wamepiga mtu mmoja. Mimi watu unitusi kila siku, mheshimiwa Simba Arati. Watu unitusi social media conman, wengine wanitusi beggar. Yet what I'm trying to do is to change how politics is done in Kenya, so that si lazima uibie watu ndo uende ukampeni na pesa umewaibia nayo. Wakenya wenyewe wa invest in the leadership they want to see by supporting leaders. That's what I'm trying to do. Lakini watu unitusi, na wengine nawajua, wengine hata nilienda shule nao, wengine hata watoka village moja. Ingekuwa ni watu kuwatafuta ni wapige, ningekuwa nimepiga wengi. Lakini sasa ndapiga wangapi? And for every person napiga, I lose maybe 5,000 votes. For every person mwenye napiga na goons. Kupiga mtu na goons is not expensive. Hata ukilipa mtu 500 apige mwenzake atampiga tu. But is it the kind of politics we want? So you ignore. Haya wewe Simba Arati umeshindwa kuignore matusi. Ati mtu akikutusi lazima umtumie goons awapige. Utapiga wangapi? How many people? Utapiga watu wangapi? Mwishowe si watakuja kugang up, wapige hao watu wao waue. Don't lead people through violence. This is the advice I want to give you. Call MPs. Call women rep. Call senator and all MCAs. Call it a 5-day county forum. Na msiende Mombasa kuharibu pesa. Just do it in Kisii. Sit down as leaders of Kisii. Waulize mimi kama governor, mnataka niongoze aje hii county with this kind of corruption? Wacha waongee wenyewe. Come up with the resolution. All MCAs should be seated, all MPs. Wambie, one of the biggest reasons I've been unable to govern this county is I've been forced to be corrupt because you guys are corrupt. Because you demand money from me. When I don't give you, you go to abuse me in funerals, you make me unpopular. Some of you threaten to impeach me. Munataka tuongoze aje hii Kisii? Tuikule, tuimalize ama tufanyie watu kazi? Ili usionekane wewe peke yako ndio mbaya kama governor, yet ni zile manyang'au umeprotect hapa nyuma ndio wabaya hata zaidi kushinda wewe. That's a little advice I can give you.
Ladies and gentlemen, this 2024 has seen an emergence of many key young politicians and many people with interest in politics. But this time around, Morara, Kebaso, a very renowned Kenyan activist and human rights defender, governance watchdog, has come out to really focus on his shift on Kisii County. And this time around, he has decided to hit the hammer on the nail so hard. This time round, he has decided to say that his interest is not meddling in local affairs but is providing a solution. And this time round, he is roaring to Simba Arati Paul. So he said that when Mr. Simba Arati came to Kisii County, he was the envy of many other counties. Many other counties were wishing that they could have a governor like him because he started with auditing the payroll. And with audit of payroll, he exposed a lot of things. However, there's something which is killing many governors' career, and that is corrupt MCAs, who are the reason why the governors must be corrupt. Because if these corrupt MCAs are angry, then they will start forcing the governor to be corrupt. Now, he has come out to say that during this audit of add-on and payroll and recurrent expenditure, there are some things which the governor didn't come out to say. This time round, he didn't even remove fake workers. He was just doing a PR stunt, as Morara Kebaso is exposing. So, on these issues, the recurrent expenditure was dealing with travel, salary, remuneration, and many other things. And this is what is consuming majority of the money which is coming into counties. So, how much has Kisii County saved did since Simba Arati did this public stunt of doing audit? And he's claiming that even the people who used to do this audit weren't qualified as much. So it was something which was just for his influence and public stance. So the community went out to review these things and abandon build and many other projects which was being done and which contractors were being awarded unfairly, and some of these projects were not done. So Morara Kebaso comes out to say that on this matter, the way things went is that during this time the contractors went and alluded with MCAs and MPs and even approaching the women rep, so that they were trying to tell the contractors. The contractors were saying that if these MPs help them or the MCAs help them get money, which they are being owed by counties, they will always get a commission. So this thing led to the MCS troubling Governor Simba Arati so much, and since that trouble, then it forced the Simba Arati to rush to President William Ruto and even Raila Odinga to seek support by him getting favors from these two politicians who have majority of the MCAs and the MPs in these counties. Then it also involved money. So Mr. Morara Kebaso alleges that indeed in these counties the problem is that 5 out of 9 MCAs are very corrupt, extremely corrupt, and they're the reason why the governor is facing challenges. So on his advice, he says that the governor really needs to wake up and do better things. Looking on these issues, what can you think about Morara Kebaso's story? So that's our honest opinion as reviewers in this Mora TV. Remember to subscribe if you have watched to this end.